S-T-R-O. Yeah.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm out in my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's.
All right, Coach, thank you. There's a look at New Era Field here in Orchard Park, New York. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Buffalo Bills. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
We go! 10 over.
Let's go, D. Showing it.
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. On second down, a run with Lindsay. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Okay, second and 1, you get nothing. What now on third and 1?
Sorry about that. I was so excited I jumped in on you. This is almost like practice to me. Line it up and do it again. You didn't get it right the first time. Just get right back on the ball and go. It doesn't matter that they know you're coming. You ought to be able to pick up this short yardage.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. First carry of the game here for Royce Freeman. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, have a chance to get off.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
Good starting field position for them as they come up first and 10 at their own 42. So after the INT, it's Allen. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. It was Bryce Callahan jarring the ball free defensively.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Hey, Haywood!
Throwing again. Allen. Got him in. It's Brown. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. 2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining.
Watch tight. Tight ends right. Watch tight. Tight ends right.
From midfield, here's Allen. He's going deep for Brown. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pumps from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10.
Check. Hatchet. Check. Fresno.
They'll try and run forward with Penny. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Rashad Penny, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And now nothing but green ahead of him. Past the 20, 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Anthony Miller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
Mike, check. 59. I know he ain't got it. Mike 5'9. Time to go, night. Hold the look.
From the 31, Allen. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
From midfield now on 2nd down. Locke, and the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down, Denver.
Set, ready.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the Bills' 26-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
80 weapon.
57. Mike, 57.
Lock to throw on 2nd down. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Here we go, here we go. Hey, my 7.
Lock gonna throw. And Robinson with a big catch. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook, and a great grab on the other end. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Give him 4 on the carry there. It's 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1.
60 or.
They'll look to run with Freeman. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Royce Freeman with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. McManus's point after is good. And that makes the score 14-7. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, and it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
Alert! Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
Allen now looks to throw. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Check 49, check 49. Slam, slam, slam.
looking to throw again on second down. Allen, this will be caught by Brown. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
59 Mike, 59 Mike, check, check. 59.
Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1, and able to find John Brown. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. Allen now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's first down. Now Allen. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Alert, alert, alert. 5, 5.
Now Allen to throw again. Steps away to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Here's Lindsey. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
They go play action here on 1st down. He finds Robinson.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run. It's Lindsey. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. 3rd and 2, Lock's going to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down.
Yes, yes.
50 seconds to Mike. 50 seconds to Mike. Check tight. Check tight. Check tight. 50 seconds to Mike. Watch this.
They'll go for it. It's locked. This is caught by Robinson. 27 yards, a big play there on fourth.
I think they might have surprised them there, partner, because you try and guard the first down line first and foremost to stop them there, and they just went ahead and bypassed that in a big way and took a big shot downfield.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Up to make the play defensively, Tre'Davious White. You don't see that a ton, do you? The cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in the cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
That's going to be caught. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
They'll run here with Freeman. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown.
In your face.
Royce Freeman with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
56, 56. Hey, exit.
Mike 34, Mike 34. You get blocked, me.
Now Allen to throw. Throwing again. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a 1st down. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Jim, 52. Check it out, read. Slam.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. And John Brown's got it, complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 15 yards that time and a Buffalo 1st.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Allen's going to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Check. Motion out of the backfield.
Allen going to throw again. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. A big play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Hauschka adds the extra point, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Ready up. Hey, Alpha.
Defense wins championships, baby. 49.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
First down, Denver.
On the ball. Hey, wahoo.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. This is the tight end Fant. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
To throw again on 2nd down. Locke. They'll find Lindsey here. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. Freeman. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Clock now on 1st down. Throw left side complete. It's Lindsey. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Throwing now is Locke. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick.
Intercepted. The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Allen forced out to his left. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Reggie Ragland. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now.
No gain on the play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
On 1st down, they stick with Singletary. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
On 2nd and 11 now. Allen with the left side. It's complete. He's got it. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
He's checking. Crash.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. Well, he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Here we go. At their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
At the 21-yard line.
2nd and 9 now from the 21.
Check, nickel.
They'll go again with Lindsey. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
Ready, set, go!
65, 58, boy, 58.
Ready?
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. And that is incomplete. Tre'Davious White, the LSU man, there to knock it away that time.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
That's taken on the 25. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Watch safety creep. Creeping. Safety's creeping. 59.
Alert!
Check, 59.
Know your job! Hey! High 7!
59. Let's go, D. Let's go.
From the gun, it's Allen. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
Mike's spot 9. Man, that's trash. Watch twist.
They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Tight.
Mike's 59.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
59.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. He finds his target, John Brown. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 33.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Penny, the 1st down carry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. We've seen this a few times in this game. That offensive line just, I don't know if you want to call it out physical, out tough, whatever you want to use.
And what people do when that is happening, when they're getting dominated that way, they spread things out a little bit, make it more of a space game, and allow your skill position players to make a few plays out in open field. Take away the physical element, gives you a chance.
59 Mike. Check, 59. We got to get the ball, D.
On 2nd and 11 now. Allen got a man. It's Brown. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
You think you gonna get this? Mike's spot 9.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. That'll put him close to 100 yards receiving. He's at 98, and he's got a 1st down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
On second down now, Singletary. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Being chased out left. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Bradley Chubb able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it will be 4th down. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. And I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Hey, Delta. I got one. Mike, down.
Lock to throw on second down. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Melvin Ingram in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Now they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Looking to throw on second down. Allen. He's got his man. That's Josh Gordon. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a 1st down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
You can't block me. Alert!
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing again on second down. Allen. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
56. Bring it. Go.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Duke Dawson picks it. Gosh, you add up last week and this week. Now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And they'll get him down up past the 15. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
First down, Broncos.
Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. Quick pass out to Miller. And down he'll go at the 25.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon. But with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Ready? Hard! Hard!
Watch the slap! Watch the slap!
You draw Porter. Spin.
On 2nd down, it's Freeman. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Freeman again. And he's got some space here. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And he will finally be tracked down at the Bills' 35-yard line.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
Hey, Charlie!
They'll run the toss. It's Lindsey. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. A quick throw out wide, caught by Robinson. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining.
Hey, Sam off!
On 3rd down, Lindsey. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the 1st down. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
You're not ready. You're not ready. Go.
Back to throw. Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Duke Dawson picks it. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 42-yard line.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Broncos, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. And they'll have another road date next week with the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Bills, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.